It was July 1943. The world was at war. Australians were fighting at El Alamein. The HMAS Hobart was torpedoed in the Solomon Islands, and Darwin was being bombed. In response to an urgent need for war funding, our tax system is revolutionised and legislation passed to register tax agents. During this remarkable period in history, the Tax Institute was formed, then known as the Institute of Registered Tax Agents. Our founders' main concerns were those things we fret about today: improvements in complex tax law and its administration, compliance costs, lodgement, tax forms, and meetings with the Commissioner. At the end of its first year, the Institute had 338 members. The Council regarded this a very satisfactory achievement. Since that humble beginning in 1943, the landscape of Australia's tax system has changed greatly, and the Tax Institute has stood the test of time. One of the most important roles for the Tax Institute has been to demonstrate authoritative leadership in this very dynamic tax environment. A brief review of our history shows how the Institute has led and changed over the years. In 2011, the Tax Institute took a major step and rebranded in order to reflect the values and characteristics of the Institute and its members. This was followed with the introduction of the tagline, "The Mark of Expertise," to express what the Institute and its members stand for.
In the 70s, it was a boys' club that used to go up to Terrigal and talk about tax and have a bit of a party. It's now recognised as the premier body for professionals involved in taxation.
The Tax Institute is as relevant, if not more so now, than what it was 30 years ago. It's really been able to stay vibrant, to be part of the tax debate, and I've really enjoyed the fact that the Tax Institute is still the preeminent body.
Being at the forefront of the profession, we've become proactive rather than reactive.
It's enhanced the reputation of the profession tremendously, and recently the Chartered Tax Advisor designation has really topped that off.
Contribute enormously to particularly to small practices who don't have their own internal resources to provide that level of training and support for their people.
To be a practitioner and say, I have voice, I have someone listening to me, and I have someone that's prepared to lobby on my behalf.
It's shown leadership. It's encouraged the generosity from practitioners and leaders in the profession to share their time and their knowledge with everyone.
There's a wealth of information for the membership.
It is an organisation that's really driven by members, for members, and that's why I think it's been so successful.
It is first and foremost a member organisation, and that's the great thing that people can get out of it.
The first national conference I attended in Queensland in 1993, and being absolutely amazed at the quality of the presentations, how friendly everyone was, and as a small practitioner, the access I had to information.
Today, the Institute has 14,000 members, 8 books and 7 online publications, 3 journals, e-newsletters, holds over 12 conferences, and more than 350 professional development events each year. We created an online CPD, podcasts, DVDs, convention papers, and online subscriptions. We have our very own iPad app, 4 education courses. Now, as we look toward the future and to provide members with more status and recognition, the Tax Institute introduced in Australia the world's #1 tax credential, the Chartered Tax Advisor designation.
We're building a new campaign of key messages that convey the qualities and characteristics of Chartered Tax Advisors. First and chief amongst these new messages is CTA, Global Leaders in Tax.
All our members represent the mark of expertise. CTAs are the pinnacle of membership. CTAs are the global leaders in tax.
I certainly feel honoured and privileged to belong to what I see as not only a professional but a forward-looking professional body. And I think the Institute should now proudly look back on its last 70 years and celebrate the many achievements it's already attained.
I think it's the platinum anniversary, which is the 70th, and I think some of the qualities of platinum, lustrous and malleable and very resistant to wear and tear and tarnish. And I think that's almost a good thing for the Tax Institute, because what we're looking at doing is having something which is really relevant going forward. I think as far as the members of the Tax Institute, I'd just encourage them to really get in there and get involved.